Hello everyone, it is me, Mary, and I have an amazing deal for you. Yes, it is going to be great, great, great. Okay guys, so this needs to officially be called the week of free because it's the week of free, guys, like straight up, all right? So let me get you another freebie. And, just to get started with this at Target, you're probably wondering why I haven't done a Target video in almost 2 weeks. I guess it's been 2 weeks. I'm just not going to spend money at Target, guys. I don't want to, okay? I did the water deal yesterday, and that is something I spent money on, which is a great deal to me. However, things of this nature, anything you can see in my stockpile room or you can't see in my stockpile room, I'm just not going to pay for, okay? Now, when it comes to grocery, there's a special consideration there because you can't always get grocery items for free. However, other types of items, if we work hard enough at it, we couple it with other deals, in-store promotions, potentially in-store personalized coupons, gift cards, ECBs, we can get things for free. This is the reason why it's important to stockpile so we can have a sufficient amount of the items that we need in our stock available to us until the deals come around again where they will either be free, a moneymaker, or a positive price point for you, okay? So we really need to consider that. Now, there are some deals at Target that I probably would have done if I had not been an extreme couponer. And in addition to that, that's the same way it's been last week, the week before. There have been many deals that I could have done. However, I don't want to say our waste money under the name of saving money, okay guys? That is a big no-no to me. I don't coupon because I'm rich. If I was, I'd still coupon, but I'm not couponing to spend my money, okay guys? I'm couponing to save my money, all right? So let's go ahead and get started in a way to get these deals absolutely free, make a little money while we're doing it, and I like to make money when I'm shopping, and I know that sounds facetious. However, I do like to make money when I'm shopping because when I do that, I then can look at some other factors, the gas that I'm spending to get to the store and other, situations that I do have to consider when I am shopping or couponing rather on an extreme level. So let's get into 3 different item types that I do have available for you, and let's see how it's going to work out. So here is the deal this week. There are other deals, however, I choose to only do this particular deal, and it is part of a week-long promotion that we have. Now, if you need to mix and match things to work for you, that's absolutely great. However, this is how it worked for me, and I would love to share it, and I'm going to, right? Yay! Okay, so yeah. So the deal is if you spend $20 on participating beauty items, so we've got hair care, makeup, XYZ, but those are the 2 items that I'm concerned with because that's what I'm going to show you here in this transaction. So we have to spend $20, and that's going to be before coupons. That's going to be before anything of that nature. It can't be $19.99. It's got to be $20. That's how Target is. There's no 98% rule such as CVS. So we got to get to 20. So typically when I tell you we need to get to 20, I place a very, very high emphasis on getting as low out of pocket as possible, or as low of a price, excuse me, to the $20 mark. So I'm typically looking for like $20.25 or something along those lines, very close to $20. However, this week I got it a little bit higher, but I worked it out a certain way to be able to make it a very low out of pocket and a money-making deal. So before we get started, what do we have to have? We have to have some coupons from this weekend. I did advise to purchase 4 inserts or 4 sets of coupons, 4 newspapers, however you do that. So we do need that. In addition to that, I need you to have access to 4 coupons that you can print off of coupons.com. And in addition to that, I need you to have the Target coupon, okay? So how do you get the Target coupon? The Target coupon is going to be 2 ways that you can get it. The easiest ways, the number 1 way, is through the ad. If you don't have the ad, you can go to customer service and ask for one. You'll find the coupon within the ad at that time. And the other way that you can really get this very easily is via text message. So you would text 827 438. Once again, 827 438, and you're going to text the word beauty. And once you text the word beauty, you're going to receive a text message with a link, and then when you hit the link, you're going to actually go to the site, and it's going to present you with the coupon, okay? So either way you do it, you're going to have that coupon available. You can only use one of those coupons per transaction, okay, guys? So you can't double dip or anything of that nature. If you want to do more than one transaction, it highly depends upon your store. My stores will allow me to do multiple transactions simply because they know who I am and what I do. So it's not a problem for me at my stores to do multiple transactions. However, you know, if you're new to a Target store, you may just want to stop by customer service, or, you know, ask a cashier, anything of that nature prior to getting to the register and then having a problem, okay, guys? So let's get into the actual transaction, the coupons that you need, and how we're going to work this out, okay? So the first item that I'm going to want for you to get is going to be a herbal essence product. So the herbal essence came out 9/11 Red Plum 1. 9/11 Red Plum 1. And here we go. We're going to get herbal essence. The ones that are included in the sale, they're $2.97. They're going to be marked. You need to get 2. I decided to get the Color Me Happy. Everything I've been getting here recently with herbal essence has been Color Me Happy. I hope it works well. I hope it does, or I'll be disappointed. But either way, it doesn't really matter. If it's free, it washes your hair just fine. I know it may not be all the bougie great stuff, but guess what? It will wash my hair, child, and that's all I'm worried about. And I ain't paying for that. So let's keep it moving. So those right there are $2.97 each. We are going to use one BOGO coupon, buy one, get one free. So essentially this is just going to cost us $2.97 after the coupon, okay? But as for right now, we're considering this as a $5.94 amount going towards our total because we need to get to 20. Now the next items that I want you to get are going to be the CoverGirl Makeup Masters here. Now these right here are relatively inexpensive. They're $2.97. If you don't use these, and I keep hearing people say something, it really upsets me to my soul, and I honestly think that maybe people don't know better, and I have to keep that in my mind because I really, really believe that people want to help others. But anyway, so, you know, I hear very often, well, I don't use that. I'm not going to get it. I don't need that. You know, you may not need that, but there are also people who you probably know who are in need, and they just may not be able to express it. So there are times to where just doing something nice for someone, going out of the way to do something for someone, may mean a lot more to them than it does to you. In addition to that, we have the holidays coming up. There are so many places and people who may not receive anything, and I don't think it's necessarily our responsibility to do so. However, I do think that it doesn't hurt to do nice things for people, okay, guys? And in addition to that, there are all sorts of other facilities that are always in need of things, and, you know, just like domestic violence places, you know, for a woman, men obviously go to those places as well, but if they're trying to get back into the work world, you're having makeup applicators, things of that nature that you can donate. I think that could really help out, especially be prepared for interviews or whatever it is. So, you know, just please don't scoff at different items that we can get to help others. So anyways, the Makeup Masters here, these are $2.97. I need you to go to coupons.com, and I need you to be able to print 4 of the $3 off of one CoverGirl eye products. Now, you can go to your laptop and print 2, your desktop and print 2, your cell phone and print 2, your tablet and print 2. It really depends on the devices that you have and a wireless printer. If you don't have that, this is probably just not going to be the deal for you. Don't stress about it. Deals come and go, okay? The last thing we want to do is pay for something that we don't have to. Okay, so the next thing we're going to get, and remember, we're getting 4 of those, or $2.97 each. That's $11.88 in total. The next thing that I want you to get is 4 of the tweezers here. The tweezers are regularly priced at $1.64. So we're going to get 4 of those. It's going to total $6.56. I want you to be very, very careful about this right here, because I've received some information about this particular coupon anyways, I've received 2 emails. It ain't that serious. But I've received some emails about this coupon because there is a store that has these items a lot cheaper that could be a potential moneymaker. It's a grocery store, but we can't do anything with these other than what this specifies. So the actual coupon specifies off of any Revlon tweezers, lash curlers, or makeup brushes. So the nail file is not going to be included. So if you are in that same area, you cannot get the emery board, okay guys? It's just not going to work. I don't even know what the price of those is at Target, or the price of those are at Target, but it has to be tweezers, lash curlers, or makeup brushes, or it just doesn't meet the requirements of the coupon, okay guys? So as I mentioned, these are $1.64 each. We're going to get 4, and we're going to use 4 of the $2 off of 1 coupons, okay guys? So we're going to have 2 scenarios here, and I'm just going to go ahead and recap on the items. So once again, we're going to use 2 of the Herbal Essence. We're going to use the BOGO coupons. Those BOGO coupons, let me just make sure I have that for you. I know I already mentioned it. They came out 9/11 and Red Plum 1. We're going to use 1 of those. We're going to use 4 of the CoverGirl. It's called Makeup Masters. We're going to use a $3 off of 1 CoverGirl eye product, and we're going to get 4 of the tweezers. This coupon came out in Smart Source 1, 9/11, okay guys? Those are the coupons and the items we're going to get. So our subtotal is $24.38. We're going to use the 1/297 coupon. That's going to be for the actual hair care here, the $2.97 off. We're going to use 4 of the tweezer coupons, which is going to be $8 off. We're going to use 4 of the CoverGirl coupons, which is $12 off, which is $22.97 off in coupons, okay? Now, I do want you to understand something, okay? These coupons are the up to value, so the cashier will probably put in the $2.97 as the price. If they put in a higher amount, up to $4.99, you're going to get into negative, so we can't really do that anyways. But yes, so those are going to go in at $2.99. The only thing that could happen is if your Target has not transitioned to a POS system, this coupon, instead of going in at $1.64, could go in at $2. And this coupon, as opposed to going in at $2.97, could go in at $3. If you transition to a POS system, which our store has now, they're going to go in at face value at the amount of the actual item, okay guys? So here are the options. If they go in at the full value of the coupon, you're going to have $1.41 out of pocket, and that is stating that the hair care is going in at the price $2.97, okay? If it goes in at $4.99, it's a negative. Your trip is messed up. It's got to go in at the amount that it is. Typically that happens with that coupon. So anyways, once again, it's $1.41 out of pocket if the CoverGirl and the Revlon coupon go in at face value. That is going to leave you paying $1.41, receiving $3.59 as a money maker. Now, how do you get that $3.59 as a money maker? Well, you're going to get a $5 gift card back. So your investment is $1.41. You're receiving a $5 gift card. You can't say you're making $5 because you've already invested in this trip. You've invested $1.41, so that's going to make it a $3.59 moneymaker, okay, guys? Now, the next option is that you have a POS system, or the cashier puts in the actual coupon amount, okay guys? So this is going to be that these right here are going to ring in at $2.97. These are going to ring in at $1.64 with the coupon deduction, okay guys? So at that point, you're going to pay $2.97 out of pocket, and you're going to receive back the $5 gift card, the same gift card. However, you're going to have a $2.03 return on your investment. In other words, you are spending $2.97. They're giving you a $5 gift card back, and you are now earning $2.03, or you are having a positive return, as I stated, of $2.03. Okay, that's how it goes. So I think those are great deals. Anytime you can get things for free and make money on them, I absolutely think that it is an opportunity to touch someone's life, even if you don't like the products. For me, free works just as good. Actually, free is a lot better than me paying for things. I don't coupon because I'm rich. I don't know if I said this earlier. I filmed this like 3 times, but I don't coupon because I'm rich. I don't, okay? I coupon to save money, not to waste money or spend money. Now, if I was new to couponing, there's things that you have to work on to get your stockpile. However, don't just go spending money in the name of saving money, okay, guys? I cannot place an emphasis on that, or a higher emphasis on that, because I do think that a lot of people do that. They feel that they have to, and you do not, okay, guys? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them below. Very simple, straightforward deal, okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching. I have got a bomb week coming up. Be on the lookout for the weekly announcement video today. Thank you, guys. Bye!